All right, ladies, welcome to the closer circle. You two have been selected because you did absolutely amazing in this last week. And I wanted to basically get some of your knowledge to break it onto the rest of the staff and everyone out there listening on what makes you so good. So, what's your name?
Felicia.
Microphone.
Felicia.
And your name?
Tammy Smith.
Okay, Tammy and Felicia, welcome. So, my first question is let me talk to you a little bit, Felicia, and have the mic up to yourself. You know, you've barely been here, not even 2 months, and you're doing extraordinarily well. You're exactly where I would want anybody that came to work for me be there. You know, your ratio is amazing, where one out of almost every two people you speak to that are qualified end up going along with the program. You're then able to make sure that you're also helping them enroll by making sure they pay and actually do it, and it's not just, BS. So what are you doing to get these types of results, Felicia?
Staying consistent, doing my script, using my natural sales talent, and asking for the money, making sure that I spend a lot of time on the money. I mention it, and then I go away and finish up their application, and I come back and really get intense about the money.
Guess who's back?
Right, you get them to agree on the money, and then we keep going, but then you get right back to the money and make sure that's all aligned. Right. What do you do? So it's very important you just get them to agree, right? Get the yes, no, then we get the credit card, right? We get all the information. And then what do you do then to make things more serious where you're getting, it's a big difference from your first 4 weeks to your next 4 weeks?
Making sure that I go over all of the different options. Instead of giving them just a payment option, I'm giving them a couple of payment options and explaining the benefits of paying it up front and now how quick things will go, as well as different benefits from their credit card holder, what they may be offering, so that it's another win for them, as well as making it easier for them to keep their budget fine by paying it up front. Making it clear, there's really going to be a hassle later. Why don't we just knock it out?
So basically, you're really just opening up their world and getting them to understand what may be basic to you or something you've said 1,000 times, but you take your time with every client and go out of your way above and beyond for them to really recognize the benefits of this, so they can make good, knowledgeable decisions. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So before you weren't going into as much detail, now you're really just ridiculous detail for them. Is that what's going on?
Yes, I think in the beginning, actually, the payment plans and paying in full was somewhat intimidating because I don't think I had enough knowledge to feel confident that they should be doing it. And I didn't know totally all of the benefits of what it would be. So more knowledge, more confidence, and doing a pregnant pause by asking for it and really taking
A what
time.
pause?
Pregnant.
What's that? What's a pregnant pause?
Pregnant.
A what pause?
Pregnant. When you say whatever you need to say and you stop and you wait intentionally for the client to respond.
Absolutely. I do it all the time.
Exactly.
I love the pregnant pause. Now, I never knew it was called a pregnant pause, but the other thing I wanted to say is, so that was huge, right? So when you have the knowledge and the confidence and you yourself believed and understood the benefits of why the client needs to pay now, you were able to then communicate that to the client. Right. So knowing that was critical.
Right.
So what do you think overall is the main reason these customers are paying you and making it happen?
Because I'm painting a great picture for them. They can see the end result, and they know the importance and the urgency and the value.
I love it. So thank you very much, Felicia. Tammy, tell me, you're doing incredible with your ratios as well. You're doing 1 and 2.5 people. You had an incredible amount of deals. You've been here, I don't even think, 5-6 weeks. And of course, we're loving you, how you're able to help others while still being, closing. What have been the big determining factors? If you were speaking to someone who is here their first month or 2 months, what would you say is so critical for them to be where you're at in as little as 5-6 weeks when you've never even done or sold this type of product?
I think training is a big deal. Take advantage of the morning trainings. That's critical. Dig into the information and just make sure you absorb it. If not, if you don't know the answer right off the bat, put it up on in your work center. Make sure you can get to it as fast as possible to make that conversation with the client go smoothly and comfortably. They don't need to know that you're a little bit uncomfortable because you're new, So make it easy so that it doesn't sound that way.
What are some steps you feel that people should take other than going to the morning training to get to where you did? What were some of the things you did to get caught up so quick within a week on everything?
I studied all the online, on the Google Drive, learning centers and training sessions. I listened to the calls that were on there, and some of them I listened to more than once because I liked how they went, and I wanted to go back and recapture what that person said on the call to be able to get the deal. I went back and just restudied everything from the start, and I've done that several times because every time you study it, you learn something new. And I want to be a student of it because I want to be an expert. And I want to be able to answer every question as solidly as you do, or Jack, or Lisa, and just be the best. If you really absorb it and learn it and become an expert, it's easy then, right? So that's how I look at it.
All right, so my question is, what makes you want to obsess? And of course, what do you do to be able to get to that expert obsessive level?
Well, I guess I'm an A-type personality. I want to really understand what I do, especially if it's for a living. I need to be good at what I do. I want to be proud of my work and proud that I helped consumers with their problem. So I study it and I learn it to the best of my ability. Like I said, I want to be an expert. I also listen to Alex Gold standard programs, and I listen to them over and over because it just conditions you to be the best. And that's my nature. I played basketball in college, okay? I'm competitive. I am. And I just want to be proud of what I do every day.
So what I got from today, the tips that I got from you, Felicia, were obviously that, number one, you focused in on where you needed to focus on, which was, of course, collecting the money to make sure the client gets what they need. And you really went deep with the client. You gave them all the knowledge. What really helped you was truly understanding all the benefits. So before you were able to actually get all that knowledge and benefit to the client, you yourself still didn't really get it. That's why you couldn't, say it to the client, because you yourself didn't really believe. It took you a while to, number one, really believe the benefits of the product and know all the benefits. And now that you know all of it, now you're able to communicate it, and you make it a real serious thing to communicate it because it's the most important part. Yes? Yeah. Is there anything I missed on that note? No. Okay. And for you, Tammy, you are very competitive, and you became obsessed. You take your profession seriously. You're not here to mess around. You take your profession seriously. You also not only study the crap out of it and make the flashcards and do what's needed, but you also listen to my advice. I told you the whole point of the gold standard is to keep you fresh, right? You got to keep up with it. It's like your little practice. So you're pretty much almost doing everything I've said, and you are exactly what is the point of why I give this type of advice. Because if you actually take the advice, and one of the things we talk about on the Daily Pitch today is actually doing it, are two different things. So I would say for both of you, your success big time is because you're not just talkers, you're walkers, and that's what's happening. Am I correct?
Correct.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, ladies, for joining me on the Closer Circle. Hey guys, thanks for watching that video. Now, if you want to get a throne of your own, make sure you check us out at the Gold University and master phone sales. Make a lot of money on phone sales. Of course, follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you on the next video.